The city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n Wild CenturyLink field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Newton on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Switch.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wilson now to throw on third down. Deep ball for... He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 73 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. We'll go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Patriot first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Newton now to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Newton throwing again. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
56 yardage.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
14.
Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And now Edelman. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Patriots take over
at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Newton now on second down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams.
Newton's pass.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, here's Newton. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
8-yard line.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Through one corner, 14-6. Our score.
Seahawks 14, Patriots 7.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
LJ Collier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
56.
The backup Stidham, his first throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now the rookie out of Miami, this is DJ Dallas. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jennings on the tackle.
Anthony Jennings in that time defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They run the counter. Smiley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Stidham. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to
one of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Stidham from the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
He's going to take another shot here. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
We got to get this stop here, D. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Here we go. SOS.
Operating from the gun, Brooks. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 20. They'll run here with Dallas. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
He's brought down.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey. 58, come on. 58. Jumper.
From the gun, Brooks. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ford. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, New England.
Now Stidham on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
To Michelle on the screen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it.
Complete.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts.
A gain of 15.
As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, Stidham. And Stidham throws another interception, his third. Picked off at the 38. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
49-yard line.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
4-yard line.
On first down, Smiley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Final play of the half, it's Stidham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stanley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's what I do. Mike. 53, Mike. Come on. 53 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Brooks. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
From the gun, Brooks. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Watch the 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Watch the whip. Go now.
They'll run with Dallas. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Operating from the gun, Brooks. And this is going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. fielded at the 20. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Stidham. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Another 3 and out.
The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Pushing his way through. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On the ground, it's Dallas. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Rip left, rip left. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Panther 60.
Another run. Again, it's Dallas. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Check.
Here's Dallas. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. 58.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Number 35, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. A great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 19 tight. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
From the gun, Brooks. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 32 on the play.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Tossing this out wide to Dallas. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And all the way down to the 26.
To Demir Bird.
A big play there for New England. 46 yards.
And a Patriot first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11 now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 19. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Demir Bird returning it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Bird on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, Stidham. Left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Stidham. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for him with Stidham. Got his man. That's Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, they run with Michel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Seahawks 39-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 14-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards on the ground. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, They're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a game.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Stanley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All day, every day, any day.
Stidham sets to throw on 1st. Escaping the pressure right. He's good, and I think the ball's out. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
By the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
6 yards.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
New England.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now it's Stidham. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Stidham will throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
Don't get nervous. 56.
Stidham with one final shot. Flush to his right.
Let's go, defense.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. So now just 4 ticks left in this one. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.